Todd Toback here, and today's episode is another deal review, and this one is another banger, $50,000, one that I actually did with my joint venture partner in one of my markets, and super excited because the source is one of my favorite lead sources here. I'm going to tell you about it here in a minute, but before I jump in today's show, if you have not been to nextlevelwholesaling.com and you are looking to build a business that throws off cash month after month after month without your personal day-to-day involvement, you want something that's got big margins, a little bit of headache or none, and a business that's gonna basically able to live the life of your dreams. Okay, check out nextlevelwholesaling.com. I've got the Next Level Wholesaling Assessment. It's going to have you rate yourself in the 4 areas of your wholesale business. It'll take 5 minutes, completely private. No one's going to know. And once you're done, it's going to be blatantly obvious on that next step that you need to take that business to that next level. So go to nextlevelwholesaling.com. Also, big announcement. If you have not noticed already, the podcast has been published twice a week for the last 3 years or so. And I'm so excited for all the listeners and the emails and the YouTube messages and the reviews on Apple. I mean, how awesome. But we're going to try something here for the next year. And that is, instead of publishing twice a week, we're going to publish once a week. Okay, we're still going to publish once a week, the podcast. And we're also going to publish a email newsletter. And that's going to be the other day of the week. Something really exciting is that you're going to hear from somebody who's actually really special to me, and someone who has a lot of skill in the wholesale game, someone who uses my methodology under my direction. And I think you're really going to like him because you are going to get to hear from Bobby Big Deal. And Bobby Big Deal, of course, is a pseudonym. He is very private, but wants to help you. So I'm really excited because you're going to get to hear from Bobby Big Deal once a week by email, along with me in the newsletter. Not only are you going to hear from me and Bobby and also some other wholesaling information, but I'm really excited. By the way, if you're not on that email list, you got to get on the list. Go to nextlevelwholesaling.com to jump on the list, or you can also go to nolimitsrealestateinvesting.com. Just get on the email list to get that newsletter, and a reminder that the podcast is going to be published once a week. All right, so let's talk about this 50K banger. And if you know me, my goal for you is to make $50,000 on every wholesale deal minimum. Because guess what? 2 deals a month, so $100K a month, $1.2 million a year. You're running a business at 60, 70% margin, 600 or 700 grand is not a bad way to go. And so you got to do big, fat, juicy deals. And that's what this podcast is all about, okay? And Bobby knows that. You're going to hear from him. All right, so let's talk about, again, this deal that we just closed. This is something that just closed within 30 days. And this deal was a lead that came in from our influencer marketing. And I've talked about the influencer marketing where we are partnered with influencers who have Facebook pages, who have influence with their audience, all right? So someone like Tucker Carlson, and I'm going to backtrack here for a second. We're not partnering with Tucker Carlson, okay? Or, I don't know, someone, so it could be, like Tom Brady, whatever, has got an audience, or you've got, let's say the guy from Valuetainment, a great podcast, right? When they recommend a product, you tend to listen, right? Because you know, like, and trust them. Well, you will find in your market that there are local micro influencers in your market who have a lot of influence locally. That is the key, okay? Local market influencers, someone that people know, like, and trust in your area. I'm not looking for someone with 1 million followers, right? You're looking for someone who's got 10,000, 15,000 followers locally in your area that everybody knows, only in your zip code. A good indication is if you ask somebody locally if they know so-and-so in your market, right? They would say yes, right? If you ask them outside your market in another state, nobody's heard of them. And so that's a good indication that you have a good influencer. And so in this case scenario, we partner with someone who recommends us in their market on their Facebook page for a small portion of every single deal that we do from that Facebook page. So seller called us from the recommendation, said to my joint venture partner, hey, I've got this deal. We're moving out of the area. House is in pretty good condition, but it needs a little bit of love, needs a little TLC. So come look at it. So my joint venture partner looked at the property, and it was good. Had good bones. Needed some paint, needed some carpet, but pool was in pretty good condition. It just needed some love. And so we locked up this deal for $150,000, and we had under contract, and the seller needed a 30-day post occupancy on the deal. Okay, now that's one of my favorite ways to do deals. It's a way to offer value that other people can't. What does a 30-day post occupancy mean? That means that the seller can stay in the property 30 days after they close, after they get their money, with, like, say, a $10,000 holdback or a security deposit held back. And so we took this. We had a very, very strongly worded holdback agreement. And on this one, we decided that we were going to assign this deal for a $50,000 profit. Okay. And so we got out of it. We also assigned that holdback agreement. The buyer took over and basically controlled that 10K. So they felt comfortable. By the way, a very, very good holdback agreement, a post occupancy agreement, with a $10,000 or more security deposit, basically. You can also assign that to your buyer, right? You can sell that contract to your buyer so that they feel nice and secure in this deal. Now, one of the things, the lesson that I want you to learn from all of this is that when we walk into a home and we've been recommended by one of our local influencers, is that we don't really have to compete with the buyers, right? Because they go into it wanting to do business with us. As a matter of fact, when our joint venture partner walked into the door, they felt like our joint venture partner was like a celebrity. And so that is the power of these deals, where basically you completely annihilate the competition. And so I love this deal, like one of the easiest deals I think we've ever done. I mean, we were in it and we had it sold like in super, super quick. And so here are some recommendations. Number one, I've done podcast episodes on working with influencers. So go and check those out, okay? Number two is make sure you build rapport with your sellers. I mean, even though we had that relationship, right? You want to build on that. You want to have level 3 rapport. I talked a lot about level 1, level 2, and level 3 rapport. And level 1 is where you talk about something in common. Level 2 is when they teach you something. And level 3 is when they give you something. Okay, an example of that was I love to grow tomatoes. And as a matter of fact, at the time of this podcast, I just planted 21 of my own tomato plants as I just record this podcast. So super excited to see how they come out. By the way, interesting thing, I plant them today and I will not see the fruit of that, okay, pun intended, until 90 days from now. So right now it is June, July, August, September. So, I planted them maybe a couple weeks ago, but you get my point, okay? So I will start to see my fruit really start to bloom in mid-July, early August. But back on topic here, okay, is that we built rapport. And the other part about this is that you have to go in there negotiating big, fat, juicy deal, because we were way off on price. The seller wanted $230,000 to start the deal. We knew we could only sell it for like $200,000. And so we negotiated a deal price on it about $150,000. And we knew, because of the local celebrity effect and the rapport, that we could go and negotiate that deal, also the post occupancy. And so we made $50,000 on that. Okay, very important. The other thing I want to just talk about is consistency. Okay, it is really, really, really important to be consistent in your marketing, right? And so with our influencer marketing, we're very consistent. Fast seller leads, we talk about that, where we actually bid on leads and get leads every single week. So check out fastsellerleads.com. That's where you pick your market, pick how much you want to pay for a lead, and you'll get leads every single day in your inbox. So go to fastsellerleads.com to get those leads. Okay, so really, really cool. I thought that you'd enjoy this one. Again, very low marketing costs, but you do have to invest. How do you turn $1 into $5? That is my question for you. Do it every single day. Magnify the money, grow the money, multiply the money, multiply yourself with other people, and you will see your bank account grow. Don't forget to check out nextlevelwholesaling.com, and I will talk to you on the next episode.